And welcome back to idaho-today. We're catching up with Joey and Lauren from My102.7, and we are super excited to talk about some of the best and worst restaurants to go to a date to, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
First date specifically. So maybe you're watching right now and you're like, I have a first date coming up. Maybe you're planning on making plans for a first date. This may actually change all of your plans.
Okay, so you're giving some dating advice, though. This is really helpful. Very nice
It's
of you.
not only dating advice, but it's restaurant advice as well. Because, listen, I know that a lot of people like to do a lot of different things for food on dates, but there's certain dishes you probably shouldn't eat on a first date. Like don't be doing spaghetti and meatballs on a first date and getting
Spaghetti? Why?
because you're gonna get marinara red sauce all over.
Like that.
Everyone eats spaghetti like that.
My mind went to the Lady in the Tramp thing.
Spaghetti without getting sauce on your face?
I have never eaten spaghetti and not gotten sauce on my face. I think that's part of the.
How old are you, Joey? Are you? Do you like kind of like flashback to toddler?
I didn't know I was dealing with the most perfect eaters of all time. But congratulations.
You said wings, right? Because you automatically will get the sauce on your face because you're trying to eat
or ribs,
meat off the bone. But
okay.
you got a fork and you do the twirl, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Wait, you
I'm
guys don't
Camp
eat
Lauren
spaghetti
on
with
this
your
one.
hands?
No, we're talking about
you
you
use
don't eat.
utensils?
Joey. Okay.
I know, I'm
All
sorry.
Right. But so give some advice. So what are some of the things that you should eat? Like my number one thing that you should not eat on a date. I'm sorry, please do not order garlic fries. Do not do that.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
Well,
just the garlic breath?
Yeah, that makes sense. But
Unless
if you're
your
dating a
date
vampire,
is, I was gonna say. You're going right where I was gonna go, Joey. Unless you're trying to ward off vampires on your date, then that might be good. That might be a good
Well,
option.
this is not actual dishes specifically. These are like types of restaurants to avoid altogether on a first date, and then types of restaurants that you should go to on a first date. Okay. So how about this? I will do the restaurants that you should go to, and you do the restaurants you should.
Perfect. Let's start people off on the right foot. If you've got a date tonight, these are the places you need to go.
So surprisingly, they say the top 3 places to go if you're having a first date is a pizza place.
Okay.
Surprising, but I think it's because everybody loves pizza.
Pizza's an easy thing, but it's got to be one of those artsy-fartsy pizza places that does like the goat cheese and the pear. You can't be taking somebody to a greasy spoon kind of a place.
I agree with you.
So pizza, yep. And then the next one was sushi. They say sushi's a great first date spot. To me, I'm like, I don't love sushi, but
I love sushi. But the one thing with sushi, though, is you have to be careful on what roll you order because some of those rolls are really huge and fat. And if you shove the whole thing in your mouth, you sit there and you're like,
exactly.
And it's like that awkward bite situation.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then the number 1 place to go to on a first date would be a fondue restaurant. They say it's romantic, the atmosphere. You gotta be careful though, because those restaurants, like, it's an experience, and then you're there forever. So if the date's not going well and you're only on the cheese course, I mean, you're stuck.
Yeah, and if you don't want that really romantic setting though, too, right? I mean, that could also maybe make it a little awkward, don't you think?
Yeah, I think fondue's pretty romantic. The only problem I have with fondue is for everybody that can normally share a cheese, I need like 3 of the cheese little fondue pots myself. So my problem is I would not talk and I just keep going back and back and back. Okay, so those are the 3 best. Okay. The 3 worst, by the way.
Go for it.
These are the 3 worst. Barbecue.
Agreed.
Probably because of barbecue sauce and the mess. And barbecue restaurants, although they're great, they definitely have a distinct smell. So you're going to be smelling like a barbecue pit for the rest of the night. Italian. Which shocked me because I think Italian's great.
I think it's romantic.
Yeah, I don't, but maybe it goes back to my spaghetti theory that you guys all poo-pooed on.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe because Italian food's so heavy and the garlic bread, right? Garlic bread.
Yeah, maybe it's the garlic. Yeah, garlic.
Or maybe you're sopping up like all the sauce on your plate with your bread and it's just unattractive. I don't know.
Possibly. Or maybe if it's like me and the only time I go is for all-you-can-eat lasagna. And then number 3, speaking of all-you-can-eat, the worst place to take a first date is an all-you-can-eat buffet.
I so agree. Oh, that one, I'm not a fan of buffets. Just whenever. First date, 100th and 20,000th date, I will never go to a buffet. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, there's once I start thinking about all the people that have touched that spoon, it starts to freak me out.
Oh, yeah.
Or how long has it been underneath those lights? and the heat lamps, and I'm just like, who sneezed on this? Did somebody sneeze?
You
on
can always
this?
tell if it's like some sort of like mac and cheese, for instance. If you go to like scoop it, and then under the spoon, it's a different color than the top.
Yes.
Because you know it's been sitting there a while.
Yes. Oh man, that makes my stomach hurt just thinking about it. Blah.
So tell Daniel to cancel his date plans tonight for Golden Corral.
I certainly will. I do have to tell you, he's been in my ear yelling at me saying barbecue. There's nothing wrong with barbecue on a first date. He loves barbecue. Barbecue's great, and I think that's because, you know, Daniel is from North Carolina.
Yeah,
I love barbecue.
I love barbecue too, but something about burnt ends and brisket, I don't think sends a great message of, so how many kids do you want? You know, I think
it's fine.
Yeah.
He's saying it's casual, it's easy, and it's short. Short, I don't know what that means.
That's true. As long as you're not one of those people that like you gnaw on the bone until it is totally disgustingly clean. Like if you're polished when you're eating, you don't look like a barbarian.
But how do you eat a rib polished? I mean, what do you like hold your pinkies up or something?
Just avoid it. Don't get barbecue until you're in a committed relationship.
Lauren and I are eating a rib with our pinkies up. Just really polite.
Honestly, I think when you eat a rib, I eat it with all my fingers
with
up.
With all your fingers up?
Just these ones get messy.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us. We love chatting with you every Wednesday here on Idaho Today. Everyone, tune in for the rest of the conversation with Joey and Lauren weekday mornings on My102.7. Hugs to you guys. I know where I'm not going to find
go
you.
Eat the barbecue, Daniel.
No buffet. No buffet. All right, you guys, take care.